What is my favorite video system to do videos? Well, outside of the studio, not when I'm in a studio like this, but where I'm moving around, where I'm trying to get videos with maybe background noise, with maybe wind. What is the system that I have found that works the best for me? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you the systems I've tried and the one that I really like. Now, who am I? My name is Mike Patterson, and I have been a full-time professional photographer, a still photographer, for over 41 years. But over the years, I've dabbled in video, starting with, well, I guess high 8, super 8, moving into digital when digital started. But I never really got involved with doing a lot of video, digital video, until probably about 2018, 2017, when my family bought me a GoPro. And I started doing a lot of little videos for just the fun of it, because I went kayaking, I went cycling, so on and so forth. I went out for walks, and I wanted to be able to take some video. And I found a lot of stuff over the years as I expanded my video, desires, that drove me up the wall. And I went through a lot and spent a lot. And in this video, I'm hopefully going to save you a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of frustration in selecting a video system that works for you. So let's get into it. And I'm going to cover off a bunch of the ones that I've used to work up to the one that I like the best. Now, most of us, our smartphones, our cell phones, yes, they take wonderful video. I'm not arguing. They are pretty good for sound. The issue that I have with a smartphone, with a cell phone, is that when you're taking video and you want to record like this, where I'm speaking, you have very limited abilities to do that without buying a lot of add-ons. And even buying the add-ons doesn't work. I've tried the microphones that plug in. I have tried everything. And unless you spend a lot of time setting it up, a lot of issues, a lot of challenges, and that goes on almost every time you use it, these just are not as easy, at least in my book, as some of the other systems that are out there. So I use this for a lot of B-roll stuff. I use it for a lot of ambient noise stuff where I'm picking up like a waterfall or something like that. But I use it very little when I am talking, when I'm out in nature, because I find it just doesn't work well. Yes, you can buy external mics. I know all that. I have external mics. I'm wearing one right now, a wireless mic. It's hooked up to my camera. And it works great. It works wonderful. It works fantastic. But it's not as easy, especially when you're the person doing the speaking, doing the video, and everything else. And, well, it just doesn't work as well. Now, the next video system that I moved to from my smartphone, from my camera phone, I moved to using a GoPro. This is a GoPro Hero 8. My family actually bought me, or I shouldn't say bought me, a 4. My son actually bought a 4 and let me use it for quite a while. And then they bought me a Hero 8 when he wanted his 4 back as a Father's Day present many years ago. And I started getting into using the GoPro. Now, let me say first off, GoPro video quality, wonderful. GoPro sound quality for ambient sound, fantastic. The biggest issue that I had was, again, having it on a mount, a stand or whatever in front of you, and the sound quality that it was recording was horrible. It picked up a lot of ambient noise, a lot of wind noise, and it made the sound quality really bad. And if you've done any video, you know that video is only one part of doing video. Sound is the other part. And sound, as a lot of people say, is more important than the video in so many situations. I have to agree that trying to do any sound where I'm talking, the GoPro struggle. So again, I bought stuff that worked on the GoPro. External microphones. I bought the media mod for this one with the microphone at the front. I tried a lot of stuff. And did it work? No problem. It did work. But it didn't work easily. And one of the big issues with GoPro, and it's a big issue, and I've heard it from so many people. In fact, I even contacted GoPro and asked them, and they admitted it's an issue, but they're not going to fix it, is the menus and just being able to get it to run a video without switching from from video mode to time-lapse mode or video mode to still photography mode when you hit the go button. And that's ridiculous. A company the size of GoPro should, with all the complaints they've been getting, and I've seen online how many complaints they're getting. It's not just the old guy, me, saying this, that if you have that big of a problem, you should be fixing it. And I see GoPro now saying their sales are way down. They're not sure what they're going to do. How can they bring them back up? Well, maybe fix the firmware, the software that runs your camera so that people can count on it more, and maybe you'll get more sales. That's just a little side note there. But the issue that I found with the GoPro, again, with being the person that's doing everything, that's doing the video, doing the audio, and doing the talking, was there's just so much to try to get it to work properly. And yes, it works. Like I say, sometimes it works great. A lot of times, though, it was a struggle. And I know that this one doesn't have the front screen on it that has the viewing on it so I can see, and that's part of the issue. I admit that. The newer ones with the front screen are a little bit better, but they still have that shooting issue. And if I ever have to buy another action camera, it will not be a GoPro because I'm done with it. And this camera has actually done a lot for me. I love the fact that it's waterproof, that it's shockproof, that it's drop-proof. I love the fact that when I take the media mod off that I can just stick it in the water, take some video, I can go kayaking with it, it can get splashed. I love that fact. And it's a rugged camera, but the audio and video quality, it's just too much to the struggle with it. So then, because I'm a still photographer, and because I have tons of cameras, I started shooting with some DSLRs and some mirrorless cameras. In fact, all my YouTube videos are done on a Canon camera that you see there. Wireless microphone hooked up to my computer here so I can see as I'm recording. It works wonderful. Works wonderful in the office. On location, I find again it's just way too much of a struggle to do easily, simply, and to do, well, as often as I want to do it in a day, because setting it all up, getting it to work, again, shotgun mic, wireless mics, whatever that is, yes, it works. Yes, the quality is great. Yes, it can be done. But being the person that does everything, I found it was way, way, way too much of a struggle. And I've tried the Canon. I've tried the Fuji. I've tried, I think a Sony. I think I tried a Nikon one time, of all different ways of doing video using a camera. And none of them did it easily enough for what I wanted. And in the office, hey, I love the setup. I love the quality. I love how easy it is. I'm watching right now my mic levels on the little screen on my camera over there. I can see that it's focused. I can see all the different stuff here on my computer. It works great in-house. But in the field, just didn't work. So I kept looking and I kept looking. And then I found a system that I really liked. I wanted to try out, but unfortunately they weren't available. And I found out after looking for a couple months, the reason they weren't available was because they were coming out with a new one. And that new one, and I'm not advertising, this is not sponsored, this is nothing, and I know they've got newer model than this, but the model that they were coming out with, it was a DJI Pocket, and they came out with the DJI Pocket 3. And I heard so many things from people that were saying the Pocket 2 was amazing. I was going to buy one of those. But I waited and waited and waited, and I bought a Pocket 3. My first thoughts when I saw the Pocket 3 was, well, it's not very well made. You know, it's got this head that's pretty flimsy, and if you want to turn it on, you have to flip this screen, and the screen's just not that sturdy. But I bought it anyways. And I bought it with the kit. So with it is I have the extended grip, couple extended grips. One's a battery grip, one's just an extended grip. I got with the tripod, and I got with the wireless microphone because that's what I was looking for. I wanted something that was a good video camera and a good microphone. And I have to say, of all the cameras I have bought, this one I had the least amount of expectations for when I first took it out of the box because of how flimsy it was, because how I thought it was built. And it has exceeded my expectations in so many ways. I absolutely love it. Now, I know that there's a competitor out there that's come out with a similar camera. They look very much identical. I know there's a lawsuit taking place right now. I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with this company. I bought all the stuff that you see here. I've not been given any of it. Okay, I didn't buy the GoPro Hero 3. That was given to me by my family. But none of this is sponsored. None of this. If I was doing it all over again, I would have saved myself a lot of hassle way back when. And I would have went with a Pocket, well, when they first came out, a Pocket 2. I'm glad I got a Pocket 3, but I would have went with one way back, because if they all worked as good as this one, and if the new ones work as well as this one, they're a wonderful camera. Now, are they perfect? No. The microphone and the camera hook up seamlessly. And I mean, you turn this on, you turn this button on here, and they hook up. There's no hassles. There's no wires. There's no figuring out anything like that. The only problem I have is that the maximum gain on this microphone is still pretty quiet compared to some of my other equipment. It can be enhanced in post. I've tried increasing the volume or the gain level as much as I can, and it still seems to be a little soft. And if you watch people who use this, you'll see some people that are actually holding it in front of their mouths, and that's because it gets higher volume levels. But it actually works really good. With the little windscreen on here, the dead cat that's on here, it works wonderful in our Southern Alberta winds to cut out a lot of the noise. And overall, out of a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably an 8 to a 9. My biggest fears with it has been, and still are, how flimsy it seems for the screen, because the screen is, well, it is what it is. It's sticking out a little bit from the side here, as you can see. It rotates a lot, but so far I've had no issues. My other issue has been with the head, but I do make sure that when I get the camera and I'm done finishing, or I'm done shooting, that I put it back in here. And so far, so good. If you are looking at getting this, I do strongly recommend, let me see if I can find it here. Here we are. The extended battery grip. And the reason that I recommend that is for simple fact that I find the size of it with my big hands, with the grip on it, is perfect. Without the grip, even with the little extended grip that they have, which is just tiny, I find that it's just not enough. Now, I want to cover off some of the stuff that I've had struggles with the other cameras. First one I already talked about was the volume, or the microphone, or the audio. The audio on the other cameras that I used, or the other systems that I used, it just wasn't good. On the Pocket 3, it's wonderful. One of the biggest issues I had with the GoPro outside of the menus is the GoPro batteries. I don't know what it is, but the batteries, even if you think of using your GoPro, they seem to drop in capacity. You charge them all up. You don't put them in the camera. You leave them sitting beside the camera. 2 days later, you go back and they're at 75%. It's like, seriously, what happened to them? With the Pocket 3, the battery on the camera and the external battery, you charge them up and you put them away, and you can leave them away for a day, a week, even a month, and they've dropped very, very little in capacity, and it's amazing. In fact, I'm just checking here right now. Let's just see here. And it looks like we still have pretty much, well, we have pretty much full battery power on this camera. And I haven't used it now for, well, over a week, and I'm having problems today with my arthritis. Let's try that hand. I charged both of these up about a week ago, as well as the microphone. And everything is pretty much still at 100%. I think the little battery here may be a touch lower, but it holds battery really good, really good. And one thing I found that with the GoPro, like I said, and even with my cameras, is that they used battery, well, like it was going out of style. As far as the video quality, they're all amazing video quality. This is just as good as the other stuff that I've got. I'm not saying it's any better, but I find the ease of use is so much easier to get good quality video. It's just a simple push of a button, little joystick, and away you go. On all the other stuff, it just seems a little bit more of a hassle to get your video. So overall, I like all of them for certain things, but I have to say the Pocket 3 to me is probably the best overall camera / audio device for a person that's filming by themselves. Would I take it out in a kayak or when I'm cycling? Probably not. Would I take it out in a rainstorm? Probably not. I would probably still go with I don't want to say a GoPro, but I'm going to say I'll probably go with the GoPro. Or if you're just starting out, get another action camera that actually works. I don't like taking my phone out when it's raining, and I definitely don't like taking a lot of my more expensive gear out. So I would probably hesitate with all of them. The GoPro would be the one in the rain and the kayaking and stuff. For just getting just some B-roll, my cell phone is definitely better for that. So there are benefits and drawbacks to all, but if you are looking at getting into video, take a good look at the DJI Pocket series. If the 4 is now currently out, I'm not sure if it's even available, or the 5, whatever they're at currently. I would take a look at that over the other systems, and I think you would be very happy. So until next time, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.